Welcome, I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, and today we are going to discuss something absolutely fundamental for men, especially for those of you who have entered your golden years, ages 50, 60, 70, or even older. We are going to talk about vitality. We are going to talk about energy. We are going to talk about testosterone. Perhaps you clicked on this video because you feel different. You don't feel like you did 20 years ago. Your energy is gone. You're easily tired. Maybe there's a bit of fog in your brain. It's hard to focus. And perhaps the people around you, even your doctor, have said, that's normal. It's just part of aging. Today, I am here to tell you that while aging is a fact, suffering is not a requirement. Losing your vitality is not something you just have to accept. This is advice for elderly that you may rarely hear. Your body has an incredible ability to repair itself, if you give it the right opportunity. Over the next hour, I am going to share the 3 most effective methods, all science-backed, to reset your testosterone. This isn't about magic pills. It's not about instant injections. This is about fundamental lifestyle changes that will restore what has been lost. This is advice for elderly that focuses on the root cause, not just the symptoms. So, prepare a cup of tea, grab a notebook, because this might just change the way you view your health. Part 1. The hidden epidemic. Why men 60 plus lose their vitality. Let's be honest, there is a hidden epidemic happening. In the medical world, we call it andropause or low T, but in real life, it just feels like chronic fatigue. It feels like a loss of passion, not just sexual passion, but a passion for life. Many men come to my clinic. They say, Doc, I get enough sleep, but I wake up feeling exhausted. I used to love gardening. Now it feels like a chore. I'm gaining weight, especially around my stomach, even though my diet hasn't changed. These are the classic symptoms, and it is not your fault. It is a perfect storm of 3 factors: the natural decline of hormones with age, our modern lifestyle filled with stress and inactivity, and most importantly, our exposure to an environment and foods that actively steal our hormones. After age 30, a man's testosterone naturally begins to decline by about 1% every year. That doesn't sound like much, does it? But do the math. By age 60, you may have lost 30% of your peak testosterone. By age 70, it could be 40% or more. But here is the key: that 1% decline is an average. It is not your destiny. I have seen men in their 60s with the testosterone levels of a 40-year-old, and I have seen 45-year-old men with the levels of an 80-year-old. The difference: the 3 methods we are about to discuss. So, the problem isn't just age. The problem is how we are aging, and the good news is, that can be changed. We must stop thinking that getting older means getting weaker. That is a choice, not a sentence. Part 2. The signs your testosterone is low. It's not just sex. No, when people hear testosterone, they immediately think of 2 things: muscles and sex. And yes, they are very related. Low sex drive, difficulty with erections, those are clear signs. But testosterone is so much more than that. Testosterone is the hormone of life, the hormone of motivation. Let's review some of the hidden signs you might not be aware of. The first sign is mental fatigue, or what is often called brain fog. Do you often walk into a room and forget why you are there? Do you struggle to find the right word? That isn't just getting forgetful. Testosterone has receptors all over your brain. It affects clarity of thought, focus, and memory. The second sign is belly fat accumulation. Look at your waistline. Low testosterone changes how your body stores fat. Instead of storing it evenly, the body begins to hoard it right on the belly. This is visceral fat. It is the most dangerous fat, the kind that surrounds your organs. The third sign is loss of muscle mass, or sarcopenia. Do you feel weaker? Is your handshake not as firm as it used to be? Testosterone is the primary signal for your body to build and maintain muscle. Without it, your muscles begin to shrink, even if your activity level hasn't changed much. The fourth sign is a change in mood. Have you become more grumpy, more irritable? Do you feel a bit depressed or just flat? Testosterone is a powerful mood regulator. Low levels are often directly linked to feelings of anxiety or unexplained sadness. The fifth sign is poor sleep quality. This is a vicious cycle. Low testosterone can cause sleep problems like insomnia or sleep apnea, and in turn, poor sleep will further destroy your testosterone production, which happens mostly while you are in deep sleep. If you are nodding along to 2 or 3 of these symptoms, you are not alone, and more importantly, there is a way out. This isn't the usual advice for elderly. This is a roadmap back to you. Part 3. The biggest myth. It's just your age. Why this is wrong. The biggest myth. The biggest lie we've been told is, it's just part of getting older. This is a paralyzing myth. Why? Because if you believe it, you won't take action. You will resign yourself to it. Let me be clear, yes, our bodies change, but our bodies are designed for vitality until the very end. Look at the blue zones of the world. Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, places where people live active, strong, and vital, lives well into their 90s and even 100s. Do they have different genes? Maybe slightly, but most importantly, they have different lifestyles. Their lifestyles naturally support healthy hormone production. They don't eat our processed foods. They don't sit in front of screens all day. They aren't exposed to the chemical toxins we are. So, our problem is not agao. Our problem is the modern lifestyle we have been living for the past several decades. This lifestyle accelerates hormonal aging. The good news: lifestyles can be changed. You can ruin your hormonal clock. Think of your body as a hormone factory. That factory doesn't just shut down because the manager, turned 60. The factory slows down because it's starved of raw materials, because its machines are clogged with gunk like sugar, stress, and lack of sleep, and because no one is telling the workers, yourselves, to get to work. The 3 methods we will discuss are our way to: first, give your factory the best raw materials, which is method 1, nutrition. Second, fire up the machines and clear out the gunk, which is method 2, movement. Third, give the factory time to repair itself every night, which is method 3, recovery. This is the most powerful advice for elderly I can give. Do not accept it's just age as an answer. Demand more from your body, and give it what it needs to deliver. Part 4, Method 1, the metabolic reset, the hormone-building diet. Alright, let's get to the practical part. The first method is the foundation of everything. You cannot build a house on quicksand. You cannot build hormones from junk food. For the next 10 minutes, forget everything you think you know about healthy diets. A lot of advice out there, even from official sources, is wrong for men over 60. The biggest mistake: low-fat diets. For decades, we were told fat is the enemy. This was a disaster for hormones. Testosterone, the king of all male hormones, is literally made from cholesterol, from fat. Your body needs healthy fats to produce hormones. If you are on a low-fat diet, you are effectively starving your body of the primary raw material for testosterone. Golden rule number 1: prioritize healthy fats. We're not talking about trans fats from deep-fried foods. We're talking about healthy fats like avocado. This is a hormonal superfood. Also, extra virgin olive oil. Use it on your salads. Then nuts and seeds, like almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds, which are excellent for zinc. Fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, and mackerel, are full of inflammation-fighting omega-3s. And of course, eggs. Do not throw away the yolk. The yolk is where all the hormone-building nutrients are. Golden rule number 2: protein is a priority, but don't overdo it. Protein is essential to maintain the muscle you have. And for clean protein sources, fish, chicken, especially the thighs, grass-fed beef if possible, and eggs. Golden rule number 3: your biggest enemy is sugar and refined carbs. This is the number 1 testosterone killer. White bread, pasta, large amounts of white rice, breakfast cereals, pastries, and sodas. Here is how it works. It's very simple. You eat sugar or refined carbs. Your blood sugar spikes. Your body releases insulin. the fat storage hormone. To deal with it, high levels of insulin directly suppress testosterone production. Every time you drink a sugary beverage, you are literally shutting down your testosterone production for hours. If you do this all day long, your factory is permanently closed. Replace refined carbs with complex carbs, sweet potatoes, yams, quinoa, small portions of brown or black rice, and lots of vegetables. Golden rule number 4. The key micronutrients. 2 things are critical for testosterone. First, zinc. This is found in red meat, oysters, and pumpkin seeds. Second, vitamin D. This is actually a hormone. The best way is morning sunlight. Just 15 to 20 minutes on your arms and legs without sunscreen. If not, a D3 supplement is essential. My advice for elderly on food is very simple. Eat real food. Food that grew in the ground or came from an animal that ate natural food. If it was made in a factory and comes in a box, it is probably hurting your hormones. Start by changing your breakfast. Swap the sugary cereal or toast for 2 to 3 eggs and half an avocado. Just do that for 1 week, and you will feel the difference. Part 5. Method to the movement protocol. The right exercise. Not just walking. Okay, we fixed the raw materials. No, we need to turn on the machines. We need to send a signal to the body that it needs to be strong. The advice for elderly I often hear is, just get your morning walk in. Walking is great. It's wonderful for your heart and your mind. But, walking will not significantly raise your testosterone. Your body is an adaptation machine. It will only produce what it thinks it needs. If you never challenge your muscles, your body thinks, we don't need these muscles anymore. We don't need testosterone to build them. Let's shut down production. We need to send the opposite signal. We need a constructive donor signal. We need to do resistance training.
Wait, don't turn off the video. I am not asking you to go to a gym and lift weights the size of a car. Resistance training can mean many things. Why resistance training? When you force your muscles to work harder than they are used to, lifting something heavy, you create tiny micro tears in the muscle fibers. Your body responds to the small injury with a massive repair process, and the primary hormone released to lead that repair and rebuilding process. Yes, testosterone. You are literally asking your body to produce it. How to start in your 60s. This is very important advice for elderly. Start slow. Focus on correct form. First, use your own body weight. You don't need any weights at all. Do chair squats. Sit down in a chair. Then stand back up. Then sit down slowly. Do this 10 to 15 times. This works the biggest muscles in your body, your legs and glutes, which releases the most hormones. Do wall push-ups. Stand facing a wall. Place your hands on the wall and perform a push-up motion. This is safe for your shoulders. Do lunges. Hold on to a chair for balance. Second, use light dumbbells. Buy a pair of 2 kg or 3 kg dumbbells. Do simple movements, like bicep curls or an overhead press. The key is intensity, not duration. You do not need to exercise for hours. 20 to 30 minutes, 3 times a week, is enough, but in that 20 to 30 minutes, you must feel challenged. You must reach the point where your muscles feel tired. An important message: do not overdo cardio. Running marathons or cycling for hours and hours can actually lower testosterone because it raises your stress hormone, cortisol. Your focus must shift from cardio to strength. The best combination: 3 days of strength training, and 2 to 3 days of brisk walking or other light activities you enjoy. This movement protocol is the trigger that tells your hormone factory to start production now. Part 6. Method 3. Deep recovery. The power of sleep stress management. We have the raw materials from Method 1. We have turned on the machines with Method 2. Now, we must do the thing most men forget. We must let the factory operate without interruption. Method 3 is all about deep recovery. It has 2 parts: sleep and stress. Part A. Sleep is your hormone medicine. The vast majority of your testosterone production happens while you sleep, specifically during deep sleep. If you are only sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night, you are effectively cutting your hormone production cycle in half. Many men in their 60s say, "Doc, I can't sleep well. I wake up to use the bathroom. My mind races. I understand, but we must fix it." Here is my advice for elderly on sleep first. Absolute darkness. Sleep in a room that is as dark as possible. Any light, from a TV, a street lamp, or a digital clock, can disrupt your melatonin production, your sleep hormone. Second, cool temperatures. The body sleeps best in a cool room. Third, shut down screens. This is the biggest one. The blue light from your phone, tablet, and TV 1 hour before bed actively tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. Stop using screens at least 1 hour before bed. Read a physical book. Fourth, caffeine and alcohol. Do not drink coffee after 2 p.m. Alcohol may help you fall asleep, but it destroys the quality of your deep sleep in the second half of the night. Fifth, consistency. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Yes, even on weekends. Getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is just as important as your nutrition and exercise. Do not compromise on this. Part B. Stress is a testosterone killer. The arch nemesis of testosterone is a hormone called cortisol. This is your stress hormone. When you are stressed, worrying about finances, your children, or the news on TV, your body floods your system with cortisol. This is fight or flight mode. The problem, your body cannot be in fight or flight mode, or stress, and rest and repair mode, or hormone production. At the same time, they are mutually exclusive. Even worse, cortisol and testosterone are made from the same raw material, a precursor called pregnenolone. If you are constantly stressed, your body will steal the building blocks for testosterone to make more cortisol instead. You must manage your stress. Do a 10-minute meditation. You don't need to be a monk. Just sit quietly for 10 minutes each morning. Focus on your breath. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. And exhale for 8 counts. Do this for 5 minutes. It instantly lowers cortisol. Go for a walk in nature. Leave your phone behind. Just walk in a park. Turn off the news. Do not start your day with bad news. This is not soft advice for elderly. This is hardline biochemistry. You cannot be a high-stress man and a high-vitality man at the same time. You have to choose. Part 7. Why these 3 methods must be done together. The synergy. We've covered a lot. Method 1, nutrition. Method 2, movement. Method 3, recovery. No, here is the secret. Most people try one thing. They try a diet, but they still sleep 5 hours and are stressed out. It won't work. Or they go to the gym, but they come home and eat processed food. That won't work either. The real power is in the synergy. Imagine it like this. Nutrition. Method 1 gives your body the bricks. Movement. Method 2 is the foreman shouting, "We need to build a wall right here." And recovery. Method 3 is the night shift where the workers, your hormones, actually come out and build that wall without any interruption. You cannot have one without the others. You can't build a wall with no bricks. You can't build if no one gives the order. And you can't build if the workers are never allowed to work. When you do all 3 at the same time, magic happens. Your resistance training from method 2 makes your cells hungry for nutrients. Your healthy food from method 1 is then absorbed far more efficiently. And your deep sleep from method 3 takes all those raw materials and signals and turns them into new hormones and new muscle. This is a holistic approach. This is how your body was designed to function. This is the most fundamental advice for elderly. Treat your body as a whole system, not a collection of broken parts. Part 8. The doctor's final message: hope and real action. I know this is a lot of information. If you're feeling overwhelmed, that's normal. We just spent an hour covering material that might contradict what you've heard your entire life. So, here is my final message, a message of hope and action. Do not try to change everything overnight. That is a recipe for failure. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is the rest of your life we are talking about. Start with one thing, just one. Maybe this week, you only focus on method 1. You throw out all the processed sugar from your kitchen. That's it. Or maybe, You focus on method 3. You commit to turning off your phone at 9 p.m. every single night. Or you commit to doing 10 chair squats every time you finish using the bathroom. Pick one small change. Do it for a week until it becomes a habit. Next week, add one more. This is advice for elderly from my heart. You are not broken. You are not used up. Your body is screaming for help. And today, you have heard what it needs. Do not let this video be just another hour you spent passively. Make this a turning point. Take one action. Write in the comments below. What is the one change you will make this week? Write a well, I believe in your ability to change. I believe in the intelligent design of your body. You have the power to feel better. You have the power to reclaim your vitality, your energy, and your joy for life. Thank you for spending this time today to invest in yourself. It is the most important thing you can do. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman. Take care of yourself and take back control of your health.